Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to start chapter number 8, Introduction to Algebra, at page number 118. Algebra is a branch of mathematics. Now, at page number 119, look at the history of algebra. Where does the word algebra come from? The Arab mathematician Al-Khwarizmi. The name of mathematician was Al-Khwarizmi, who was born in 780 and died on 850, was one of the first to study the algebraic expression. He was the first man who studied the algebraic expression. What is the algebraic expression? A sentence that can be written in the mathematical expression is called algebraic expression. He wrote a book entitled in Arabic Hisab al-Jabr, Hisab al-Jabra al-Maqbula, calculation by restoration and reduction, which describes a method of solving algebraic equation. What is the algebraic equation? Equating two expressions, we will get an equation, or equating an expression equals to 0, we can also get an algebraic equation. In fact, he was the first mathematician who introduced the algebra by writing a book entitled Hisab al-Jabra. Now look at page number 118, Math Flash. In these statement, if B stand for boys and G stand for girls, and there are 16B plus 15G girls in a classroom. Here we are expressing our statement in terms of alphabets. In fact, this way of writing can be said as an algebraic expression. Similarly, in the second way, if a number multiplied by 3, what is the number? We can't say about the number. Let we say about the second number is x. Multiplying 3 with x, we will get 39. So, this way of writing is an algebraic equation. Similarly, in next, we are given with 12 vegetables, 2 potatoes, and 3 tomatoes and 4 cucumbers. 2 potatoes, 3 tomatoes and 4 cucumber, and the rest are onions. We can't say about all of them instead unless we are given with the rest of onions. Now, in arithmetic we use numbers which have the fixed values, but in algebra we also concern with the symbols, letters which do not have the specific or a fixed value. What is a sentence? A sentence is a set of words or symbols that convey some meanings. In our language, we usually use sentence to convey our message to others. Similarly, we use sentences in mathematics. Now look at the examples. The earth moves around the sun. This is a sentence and it is a true sentence. This is a fact of nature. Go on. We can't say this statement is true or false. Why are you so glad? We can't say about this statement either this is true or a false. Give me a pen. Likewise, a liquid flows from a lower level to a high level. This is a wrong statement. This is a false statement because we know that a liquid flows from higher level towards a lower level. Now 4 is less than 6. Yes, we know that 4 is less than 6, so this sentence is true. 2 and 2 make 4. This sentence is also true. 6 is greater than 8. This is false sentence because 6 is less than 8. Now here the discussion has been given. A sentence that is either true or false is known as a statement, like we are given with. Consider the following sentence. He is the president of the Synth Club. No one can say whether the sentence is true or false unless the word he is replaced by the name of a person. Similarly, we can see in these statements, such type of statements are called open statements. Now look at the math gem. We have to say either the statement is true or false. 6 is even number. Yes, 6 is even number. One of the smallest whole number. 1 is the smallest whole number. No, it is a false statement because 0 is the smallest whole number. Jupiter is the largest planet of the solar system. This statement is true. Islamabad is the capital of Pakistan. This statement is also true. 17th is a multiple of 3. No. As 17 is a prime number, so no factor of 17 exists. Now, Akbar was the first of the Mughal emperor. This is a false statement. Look at the chart. Babur was the first Mughal emperor, and after Babur, Humayun was the second emperor, and Akbar was the third emperor. So this statement is false. The highest score in Test cricket by a Pakistani batsman is 236. This is a false statement. I have seen this statement in the Google. You can also search it. Alam Channa was the tallest man of the Pakistan. This is a true statement. Alam Channa was the tallest man of Pakistan. His height was 7 feet 8 inches. He was born in Shiwan in the city of Sindh. Now here is the description about the open statement. In the open statement, it is not immediately known whether the statement is true or false because not all the information is available. Now we can make these statements true and false by placing this box 3 plus what equals to 7. By putting it by putting therefore we can get a true statement, and by putting the value other than 4 we can get a false statement. Similarly, you can see all the details. Now, what is a variable? A variable is a symbol that represents a quantity the value of which is not known. Look at the algebraic equation. 7 plus x equals to 12. Here x is the variable because its value is unknown, and 7 is a constant because it has fixed value. In the next page, here is the definition of constant. A term that has a fixed value and appears separately from a variable is called a constant. Look at this example. 7 has a fixed value, so this is a constant, and x has unknown value, so it is called a variable. At page 121, in algebra we usually use alphabets and numbers and letters and the fundamental operations, so you have to remember these. Moving to the exercise 8a as page number 122. In question number 1, are the following statement true or false? 0 is a whole number. Yes, 0 is a whole number. As you know about the set of whole numbers, 0 is the smallest whole number. In the second part, 5 plus 9 equals to 18 minus 5. 5 plus 9 equals to 14 and 18 minus 5 equals to 13. So this statement is false. The next 2 is the only even prime. Look at the set of prime numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. Now 3 is the odd number, 5 is the odd number, 7 is also odd number. So 2 is the only even prime number. So this statement is true. Now 17 is a natural number. Yes, it is a true statement, as we know that all the counting numbers are the natural number. So 17 is a counting number. It is also a natural number. 7 multiplying with a triangle equals to 21 if the triangle has a value 4. Look at this problem. 7 multiplying the triangle equals to 21 and triangle has a value 4. Now replacing the triangle with 4, 7 multiply 4 equals to 28, which is not equals to 21. So this statement is false. In the next 6th part, 4 multiplied by 5 equals to 45. 4 multiplied by 5 we will get 20, which is not equals to 45. So this statement is false. 5x plus 5 equals to 10 with x equals to 1. Look at the solution. 5x plus 10 equals 5x plus 5 equals to 10. Now we can convert this 5 to the right and changing the plus sign with minus. 10 minus 5 equals to 5. 5 will be divided with 5 to get x is equal to 1. So this statement is true. In next, 12 plus 3 equals to 15. 3 plus 12 is also equals to 15. So this statement is true. Or we can also say that the commutative law is hold for the natural number. So this statement is true. Zero point 0.5 equals to 1 by 5. Look at the solution. 0.5 equals to 1 by 5. Uh, take 0.5. 0.5 equals to 5 by 10. By taking off the point, we will get 10 at the denominator. 5 by 10. Dividing the numerator and denominator with 2, with 5, we will get 1 by 2. And we are given 0.5 equals to 1 by 5, but we have proved that 0.5 is equals to 1 by 2, so the statement is false. Now in question number 2, replace the letters by numerals to make the statement true. In part 1, look at the part 1, x plus 2 equals to 9. Now converting these two into the right side of the equation, the plus 2 will get minus 2. 9 minus 2 equals to 7. So x is equal to 7. We will check by replacing x with 7. By replacing x with 7, 7 plus 2 equals to 9. 9 equals to 9. So this makes the statement true. 7 minus p equals to 2. 7 minus p equals to 2. Minus p will get plus p by when we shift it towards right of the equation. Now convert the 2 towards the left of the equation. It will get minus 2. 7 minus 2 equals to 5. So we will get p equals to 5. Now we can check by replacing p with 5. By replacing p with 5, we will get 7 minus 5. 7 minus 5 equals to 2. 7 minus 5, we will get 2. So this statement is true. 3y equals to 15. We can divide 15 by 3 when we convert these 3 towards the right of the equation. 3 by 15. Y, dividing the numerator and denominator with 3, we will get 5. Or by dividing 15 with 3, we will get 5. So by replacing the equation y with 5, we will get the statement is true. Similarly, we can do next part, 45 dividing with x. 45 divided with x. X will multiply towards the right of the equation and 5 will be divided towards the left of the equation. 5 dividing 45, we will get 9. So x equals to 9 will make the statement true. We can check it.